Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. My name is Hannah.
And I'm Dylan.
And today we have a video for you on the thing you need to stop doing if you want your twin flame to return to you.
Yeah, seriously.
Cut it out.
Stop it.
No, stop this. Okay, so let's get real. A lot of people that we see on this journey, they're making this kind of like mistake of looking to their twin flame as their source or as their God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like it's really easy to do this, right? You meet this amazing person and you're like, oh wow, like they make me feel so good, like I need more of that. And then they leave your life and you want them to make you feel better. But really, like, you just need to focus on making yourself feel really good and being with yourself. And so, and you can do this with anything, right? With your job, like your job isn't necessarily like your boss. They're not your source for money, right? Like the universe is, God is. So start shifting that perspective of no one else is your source but the divine, right? God. So
exactly. Yeah, and that's really what we want to get into today and really support you in kind of rewiring yourself out of this mindset, because the truth is that your twin flame is not going to bring you all the love, all the joy, all the peace, all the happiness that you're seeking. Like, yes, you're going to find that in your union, 100%. Like, especially in your harmonious union. It is so good. But your joy and your love, like, doesn't come from your twin flame. Dylan isn't the one who, makes me feel better about myself when I'm upset. Or he's not the one who's coming to, save me from my anxieties and my fears, right? I'm doing that for myself with my own relationship with me and God. And that's really what we want to touch on today, is how you can bring yourself out of this, like, kind of, the energy is kind of like, what is it? Like trying to get something from them.
Yeah,
trying to get them to like fill
like neediness.
A hole. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's never going to work. That's actually repelling your twin flame away from you.
Yeah, the more and more you like control and expect them to like give you what you want and like reach out to them and you're expecting a response from them, right? But you want to unconditionally love them. So you want to replace the expectations and the neediness and control with really just unconditional love and compassion for what they're going through, because they're living this life too, and sometimes it's not so easy. So being able to really just shift the focus back on yourself and like build that connection with yourself that is going to attract your twin flame, because when you really like focus on that connection that you have with yourself and like find new things that can fill your time with joy, and so that you're not just working 9 to 5, like really like create space for yourself to live the life that you want and not just be a product of what life is around you.
Dang. Boom. Mic drop. For real though, that's it, right? Like, life's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And your twin flame journey shows you exactly what is happening for you to come into alignment with your highest self, with your best self, with your divine self, because the twin flame journey is an ascension path first. It's an ascension path, which means it's your return to your natural state of being, which is love, which is peace, which is really harmony and divinity. And so your twin flame, they're going to, like, if you try and get something from them to be like, hey, twin flame, like, how are you doing? Like, texting them, trying to get them to respond, or trying to explain to them your connection, or trying to tell them how much you love them, anything like that. Really, all that's going to do is have them point you back to yourself, right? They're not going to respond, or they're going to say something that triggers you, or they're going to block you.
Unless you're at a place, obviously, where it's like,
right.
I can tell that to Hannah and she'll, be like, oh, wow, you're so cute.
Right, because we've healed this one, right? But we're speaking to the kind of unhealed dynamic here. Because Dylan, when he's saying that stuff to me, he's not trying to get me to understand him.
She could not respond and it would be totally fine.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, when I tell him that he's handsome and I love him and like he's my best friend, I'm not telling him that to like try and convince him that this is true and that like he's my man. I'm just stating the truth to him. So like, what I was sharing is, like, if you are doing that and coming from a place of like trying to get them to understand you, or trying to get them to see the connection, what they're going to do, because they're your mirror and they're your teacher first, is they're simply going to say, I don't care, go back to God. I don't care, go back to loving yourself. Because until you've loved the part of yourself that understands and accepts yourself to a certain extent, they're not able to reflect that back to you.
So there's so many things that you can do in place of reaching out to your twin
Yeah.
flame when it's not really a good time for you or for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so for example, like for me, you know, I'll play some video games. Maybe that's something that I like to do. Or maybe like you can journal about what you're feeling to help process your feelings. Obviously, you can do the mirror exercise on the trigger that you're feeling. And then, but like maybe like to give back to yourself.
Yeah.
Because like in those spaces, you're like wanting, you're reaching out, and you're expecting a hand to meet you there and hold you. But really like to give that love to yourself that you want to give and receive from someone else. So journaling, meditation, maybe playing some video games,
Going for a walk,
instruments, working out,
fill
reading.
your own cup.
Yeah, like there's so many different hobbies and activities that are in this world today. Like just pick one and do it, and like maybe get good at it, and like learn to make mistakes and do something that's, you know, maybe you're not good at. I don't like that, you know, but you still tried it. You figured out maybe what more you do like, because there's so many. I hear a lot that like, oh, someday I want to learn that, or oh, I just never had the time to learn it or pick it up. Come on.
Go for it.
You know that's not true. So, and you can create that time if you don't have it. You know, you don't have to be slaving to the system. Like realize that like you have power and control. Within the things that you choose to do.
Yeah, like really, like to summarize that, it's about loving yourself. Like that's what I just heard you share. You know, it's just different ways to love yourself and fill yourself up, because that's what is going to attract and magnetize your twin flame into your life. Your twin flame doesn't find you and doesn't come into your life when you're seeking love in all these places outside of you. They come to you when you're enjoying your life and when your life feels really good and full. And this doesn't mean you have to be perfect or anything like that. No, it just means that you want to be just actively building a relationship with yourself. Like it just comes down to like dating yourself, like loving yourself, romancing yourself, being there for yourself. And like Dylan said, like doing the mirror exercise when you're triggered, when you feel like you really want to reach out to your person and you think they're going to give you that next piece of love that you're really wanting, just do the mirror exercise. Just put that into step 1, 2, 3, 4 and love yourself there, because your own love is really what you're seeking. And as you do this, as you like kind of take all of this in and actually apply this to your life, this is how your twin flame is going to return to you. You know, they're not going to return to you when you're thinking of them as your source of happiness and joy and love. You want to create that for yourself, right? And that's when they can truly manifest.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Cool.
Feels good.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give us a like and subscribe for more Twin Flame Ascension and healing content. You can also follow us on Instagram at Dylan is Hannah. And see you in the next video.
See you next time.
Namaste.